Welcome.
Good morning, sir. How goes it? Still get bedhead.
Probably technically great,
Love that. Love that.
but I mean, I don't know. Just because it's technically great doesn't mean it's actually great.
Fair.
Kind of woke
It's a
up
start, though.
I kind of woke up in one of those kind of like shitty moods this morning. Yeah, I'm looking.
Something
I
on
didn't
your
even
mind?
see that. Zach Vineyard says eating breakfast now before my morning commute, listening to Chad strum the guitar is better than blackpilling on Twitter before work. Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything because I didn't know what the fuck to say this morning. Not to be sorry. Welcome. Tell me about your.
Dude, you're all right.
Yeah.
I asked you how you're doing. What's on your mind? Usually that's what
It's like
keeps
so
me in bad
much.
moods.
It's just it's so much and like nothing at the same time. Like
Okay.
it's like I don't know. Like sometimes I don't know. I don't know what's on my mind other than it's just like a cascading. Uh, yeah, maybe nihilism or something. It's like kind of like like you ever have like those kind of fall days, autumn days where it's like misting out. It's not really raining, but it's misty and cold and shitty. It's not quite raining, but it's like just like that's the kind of nihilism. So it's not raining nihilism, it's just misting it and it's fucking annoying. Like I woke up this morning and the first thing on my mind was like uh discontent around feeling like I'm in a narrative uh like a I feel like I'm a mouse in a room with a bunch of mouse traps all around, and they're just narrative mouse traps. They're just these shitty things that like you can't just seem to get away from them. And like I don't watch or read any of the news. I just don't, and it still has this effect on me. That like there's it's like the feeling of being surrounded by these predatory stories and um and then there's people like yesterday I had to basically I just banned Claire Caw and her whatever cohort she has from my channel because I like there's no point in her comments other than to like make people sad. And I just don't understand it. Like I don't fucking stand it.
Do you want to? Do you want to understand it?
I think part of me does. Otherwise, why would I be so upset about it? Like I don't understand. Like I don't. I don't understand the motive. Like I don't. Well, yeah, I mean, to me, it's a similar motive as any other like evil that's out there, which is like, why would somebody torture somebody? You know, like, do I really want to understand that? Not really, but I feel
Well,
like
I don't think that's her intentions. I mean,
mm,
I've had two pretty long conversations with her
and,
now, and
and that's why I think that you guys don't know what you're dealing with. I think
me and
she's
her.
yeah, no, I think that people who interact with her and who say what you just said are foolish because that's the predatory nature of her. She will make you feel like a certain way and then just do something else entirely and then act another way. And it's like I don't get it. I don't fucking understand it.
I just see her trying to. She's. I mean, this is what I see. Because I
Yeah.
don't agree with a lot of what where she stands. I don't think it's good footing.
Hmm.
But I do think she sees problems with the world, which we all do,
Hmm.
and she wants to try to correct it. I've seen a couple shorts she's made from our conversations that I think
Hmm.
puts me in a negative light, but I'm okay with it. I feel like I'm being led to talk to her when the opportunities arise, and so I try to, in good faith, not in her, but in whatever's inside me that's telling me that having a conversation with her will be okay. But
Yeah.
I do understand too the exhaustion that can come because she tends to always bring it back to the same thing, which I fundamentally don't agree with her.
Yeah.
The whole one
Well, I mean,
government and
people are free to do whatever the fuck they want with her. She's not welcome here. And I
that's
don't
fine.
believe
That's
that. I
fair.
don't think that people have to like. I think there's this idea, this kind of like, um, this like implicit idea that we have to be kind of hospitable to everybody. And no, I don't. Fuck her. And I don't like. I think I treat her as if I would any kind of predator, basically, because that's what she is. That she's an attention predator, and like I think that she's a Joker figure. She just doesn't.
Mm.
I can't decipher what is genuine and what is not, and it's a mockery, and it gets under my skin, and I can't stand it.
Yeah,
And
I think one of the thing both of our conversations happened on her channel, so
mhm,
you know, let her run it the way
yeah,
she wants, and that's all right.
so
But
that's
for
one
your
of the
channel,
yeah,
that's you get to
yeah,
choose who you want to talk to. You get to
yeah,
go where the spirit leads you, and if that's where it's leading you, then more
yeah.
power to you. You know.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that was on my mind because it's like that and you know, all the fucking headlines and
Mm.
like there's just so much and it's just like I don't know, I feel like they're um just there's just manipulation all around the place and I'm really worn out by it. And I wish I didn't care. And I wish it didn't bother me. And I wish I could just be the kind of person that just turns my mind off from the things and just is like, yeah, whatever. And I could do that for a while, but it's exhausting.
I
And
mean, does it help like thinking about what you have control over and what you don't have control over? I mean, isn't that one of the tenets of the kind of path you've been on? Is kind of
no,
recognizing
I don't
what
think
you.
so. The the yeah, I don't really want to talk about that. And
Sure.
I try to now that I'm kind of out of anonymity, I don't really I try not to go there.
Okay.
But the idea is like, yeah, is there control? Is there control? Like I was talking with somebody yesterday about, I'm on my way home from work and I just feel alone. I feel very alone. Um, and I know the facts on the ground aren't that I'm alone. I have family and friends, and yet I can't not feel alone at moments. And there's nothing that can alleviate it. I mean, I could pray, I could call people don't answer the phone. I can think about even my daughter, and still I feel alone. And it's hard. It's hard to, and like what's hard about it is like like there's nothing I'm going to do to change that. There's no control I can, you know what I'm saying? And so part of it is just knowing that, well, I'm alone right now and I feel this way and I can't make myself feel better. Okay, well, that is what it is. And then, the other, I think part of hospitality would be like, well, don't be a fucking, you know, a drag and bring everybody else down. Yeah, I get it. I don't want to do that, but
That drives me when I feel that way. That drives me away from other people because I don't feel like I can control it sometimes, and so that actually perpetuates the cycle where I don't want to bum everybody else out with my Debbie Downer stuff, and then that drives me to. That's one reason why I think the work is so important, right? Because it keeps me out there despite that, and then because in some ways I put my my need for money and providing for my family and all that stuff. Sometimes that makes it all the way to the top, which it should be at near the top. But I don't necessarily think it should be the pinnacle thing. But sometimes when I'm like that, that's where I'm happy to have the work. What really drives me nuts is when I don't have the work and I'm like that, right? Because it allows me to keep in that downward spiral, which sucks, really, really sucks. Um, but I think too, I think in many ways we're called to do that because each one of our callings is for us uniquely. Yes, we're supposed to be involved in community. Yes, we're supposed to be lifting other people up. Yes, we're supposed to be sharing burdens and joys with other people. But ultimately, we're called to carry our cross, right? Christ Christ didn't have anybody up there. I mean, he had the two thieves beside him, but he was carrying his own burden as both the thieves were. And that burden was ultimately for us, but nobody else could do that but him.
Yeah.
You know. Well,
Yeah. Are those baseball cards?
yes. I have more. I gotta go through. Okay, so this is on my list of things to do. But I got this big blue tub
Yeah.
and those over there. I gotta go through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he handed them to me. The guy's got two girls. They're not really into baseball cards, so he ended up throwing me a bunch at the end of this year.
Cool.
I gotta go through them. Those are what we collected when we were kids, me and my brother.
Cool. We used
Yeah,
to collect them too. Yeah. There might even be some yet somewhere. I don't know. What do you do for work?
I'm a nurse.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Like a
that's what.
traveling nurse?
What's that?
Like a traveling nurse?
No, I work for a hospital. I'm
Okay.
outside of Atlanta. Hospital
Okay.
I work for is just inside Atlanta.
Yeah.
Been doing it for about 20 years.
Okay.
Almost
Nice.
didn't make it.
Yeah.
I, my 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 wife, she bless her heart, she yeah, so I wanted to quit all the time, just all the chaos, but she was
What are you
supportive
gonna
enough to
do?
get me What's that?
I mean, yeah, it's like, what are you gonna do? I feel the same way sometimes. Yesterday, a couple days ago, my boss mentioned, and kind of like in passing, something about, boy, I hope we don't ever go through another recession because we'd be screwed. And I thought, why did you just say that? Is there something you see that I don't see?
Maybe.
Like, that freaked me out, man. And and then I asked her, like, why do you see something? Oh, no, I don't see nothing. Oh, like, and
How's work been for you? Has
it's
it
like,
been
if you
busy?
would you say something?
Probably not.
Yeah. So, and she's got a lot, they've got a lot on their plate because they have, however many employees it is, like, I don't know, 15 employees plus, a lot of the work that goes out to other companies. And I mean, since I've worked there, there's never been a slow time, but
How long's that been? When did you start?
5 years.
Okay. So we haven't really, I mean, you could say we've basically been in the same kind of economic climate for those
Yeah,
last 5
maybe
years.
not 5 years. Well, I've been there. Wow. Yeah. 3 years. But there's not been a downturn. Basically, my understanding is the construction hasn't really had any major downturns since 08, 09.
I would say it's gone from boom to okay, boom to okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was in the construction. Oh, so we were flipping houses during COVID.
Yeah.
Me and a couple guys that I met through my last hospital job, and
Yeah.
I got to give them massive credit because I thought for sure with COVID and the lockdowns we were going to go into recession, and it like total
Yeah.
opposite. I mean, you probably didn't 6,
There
7
was
days a week.
Yeah, pretty much. I pretty much worked, well, I do, 5 days a week, but I was in commercial like until I got to this job. And so, but now this job is all remodel work. And
Harder.
well, it's just different. It's a different kind of attention. Like, you have to, it's not speed or quantity. It's like more attention to quality, and plus you're dealing with, customers in their homes and stuff, and it's a different thing. But the company I work for, they've been a company for over 100 years, and
Wow.
so
It's always been in the family?
Yeah.
Same family owning it?
Yeah, there was another family too that was involved with it, but now it's just the daughter of the, like, so it's maybe third generation owned, maybe.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure on
Mhm.
your
Yeah,
boss to keep it
for
going.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and like, and they're innovative as it relates to, like, we're gonna get a better showroom. Um, gotta compete with the other people in that same market. And
Do you
so,
guys
yeah,
just do flooring or is it the whole remodels?
it's basically bathroom remodel, some
Okay.
kitchens, but it's advertised as bathroom remodel. And so, yeah, we go in and demo out and then put new stuff in.
Yeah,
And
so you got plumbers, electricians, tile
yeah,
setters, yeah, the whole deal, painters,
yep,
drywall guys. All right, right. So you got the whole crew.
yep.
Yeah,
I,
I'm actually thinking about remodeling both my bathrooms this year.
okay.
Yeah, I'll probably do it myself though.
Yeah. They sub out the painting and the electricity.
Okay.
Everything else
So
is done in house. So demo, uh, construction, the contract or carpentry, plumbing, carpentry, and tile.
Okay.
We put in our own cabinets too, and we
Do you guys
also
build the cabinets, or do you get them?
no,
No.
yeah, no, we order, we order them from another company,
Yeah.
and then which are made probably my guess in China, maybe, I don't know, and then there's the countertop. So we have a couple different ways of going about that. Some of them are prefab countertops, like that, that would fit the cabinets, or they're custom measured granite or color quartz countertops.
Quartz. Yeah.
And so yeah.
I enjoyed the work. I mean, I've always been somewhere close to construction.
Yeah.
The thing I miss the most about doing that kind of work, although, I mean, I just got out of it maybe a year and a half ago, was the sitting back at the end of the job and kind of seeing how I've been able to participate, literally, like actually making the world a better place.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that he called me, the philosophical construction guy. But with the guys I was working with some younger guys, and that's what I would do. I would think about the memories that, we took this like rundown place. Like there were two that probably should have been condemned. We ended up, replacing the floor joists, new
Wow.
flooring. We were jacking up walls because, putting sonotubes in to re-foundation the walls. And at the end of the job, I got to sit back and think about the kids that are going to be playing around in that front yard. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It was cool, and I miss that because you don't get to see that in nursing. I will
Right.
say it's more rewarding in
Mhm.
nursing, actually participating and not always bringing somebody back, but bringing that kind of thing. But you don't ever get to feel or touch the thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I think I want to redo my bathroom, so I can actually feel that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. Not only did you like participate in making potential living space for future families, but you also kind of restored the forgotten past. I think a lot about that the things that are kind of slip through the hands of time or the sands of time,
They say it's a characteristic of Gen Xers that we're fixers. That's how I see myself, as a fixer.
Yeah.
It also, as I get older, it gives me hope that there's hope for me as my body starts breaking down and my back hurts and my damn arm. Like just the other day, I was just laying, last night, as a matter of fact, I was laying on the couch and I was in a slightly wrong position and my whole arm just like went numb.
Yeah.
I think it's from painting and drywall. I did a lot of dang drywall over that 5 years. We could not find a good drywall guy. It was crazy.
I hate drywall. I don't like painting. I don't like drywall. I don't. All those things are just no thanks.
Most people do. I mean, the thing I think I like the most about painting is that it's instant gratification, right? You go into a room and in 30 minutes it's a new room. You know what I mean? Tiles, 3 days sometimes, if everything goes smooth, you gotta wait for it to set, and then you gotta come back with the grout. You do acid wash or with your
sometimes
post grout? Yeah. We didn't end up doing that, man. The raspberries I'd get on my fingers from that.
Yeah, you gotta wear gloves.
Yeah. Me and I got a buddy from college. There was an
I'll be grouting
story
today, actually. I have,
Okay.
yeah, we're working on an old mansion down in Milwaukee. Uh, Apparently, there was like a movie that was shot either there or about a story that took place there. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's all right. It's the house is really interesting. Um,
You know when it was built?
Probably in the 1900s, somewhere in there. Um, I think the story is to do with there was a husband and a wife, and the wife kept another lover up in the attic. I guess I don't know, and it was like I don't know. That's the story. I don't know much more about it, but it's weird. It's yeah,
That's what
and
they
this
say. That's what they say. There's been weird stuff forever, but we just
yeah.
didn't have access to YouTube from the 1800s.
Oh yeah, yeah. And there's it's a really interesting section of the city. Milwaukee's a really interesting city, and because it like it's different kinds of sections of residential areas are really like the whole area down there where I'm at right now. It's just basically mansions on city blocks, and then there was like portions of the other parts of the city, like the north side, that were also. I mean, there were homes that were built for families with like 5 or more kids, so they're big homes. And then and then a lot of people left those homes behind, and then they basically people would buy up those homes and cut them into uh,
Condos.
condos, or not condos, but like duplexes and apartments. And then, yeah, they're just like neglected, and parts of that city are really bad, dude.
I lived up that way. I often tell. I lived in Minnesota. My brother-in-law is actually from Wisconsin. He where did he say he's from? His family owned like a dairy farm or something up there. Um, yeah. So he's a Brewers fan. Poor guy. You too? Were you born and raised up there?
No,
Uh,
and the sports is not. Um, my brother's into sports, and the only the only kind of attention I pay to it is just enough to be able to
have
talk with him
conversations.
about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really know what my interests are, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I feel like I'm losing, just like losing faith in all this stuff that I used to care about. You
Yeah,
know, it just what's the point? You know,
yeah,
oh, they won the Super Bowl, great, and they're going to go to Disney World, yay. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
um, I used to be into golf quite a bit, but again, you know, I actually tried to get pretty good at it, and at the end of the day, I was like, probably not ever going to make pro, and so now I'm just hitting a ball around. Yeah, it's a great walk. I'm outside. I'm getting vitamin D, but you know, it's 4 hours. Uh, isn't there something a little bit more productive I could be doing with my time?
Yeah.
So, and that's one reason why I think I want to get into a project this year, to
So
try to.
for you then, you are sounds like you have one of those kinds of modes where you find it difficult to do something unless it's productive. So yeah, I don't have that. I don't uh I don't have a desire to be productive. I don't like I was talking with it's that thing that that OG Rose guy was talking about, where unless you are going to become a professional guitar player, a lot of people won't even pick it up. It's like, why can't, I mean, that's why I love doing the Substack thing. It's like, I know I'm not a great writer. I know I'm never going to make a penny from it. Like, but I like how I feel when I write. I like,
That's productivity though.
I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it's just leisure. I put it in the category of leisure. Like what I do at my job, that's production.
Okay. All right.
Because like I'm producing some sort of commodity that we're trading in. I trade my time and talent for a paycheck so that my family can, eat and be sheltered. But other than that, like I won't do tile for leisure. You know what I mean? It's not,
Hmm.
but I like to like play guitar or write poems or tell stories or write down my thoughts because I like how I feel when I write it. I like and I don't, I don't aim to like make the best, like I'm not gonna make the best song it just kills the thing because it like becomes about like, yeah, this other kind of, it's like, do you sit down to eat dinner so that you can be the best at eating dinner? Like I'm going to, eat in just the right way, in the most productive way. It's like, no.
Well, so no, I don't. But most of the time when I'm eating dinner, it's for the goal of gaining nutrients to do the thing that I need to do.
Okay.
That's oftentimes how I think about it.
Yeah.
The only time I don't is when I'm on vacation, which I don't do that. I don't get to do that very often.
Right.
I really like to focus on eating good food for the sake of eating good food.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I don't know if there's a right or wrong in that, but
I think it's personality, really.
yeah,
My wife always asks me if I feel better when I get out of the shower, for instance. No, I don't feel better. I'm clean.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's a good
I did
example.
it because I have to do it. Because if I don't, I'll stink, and my patients or the client will think poorly of me.
Right. Right. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it's interesting to think about the different kinds of things that, um, or maybe even like a particular kind of temperament or conditioning around faster, better, you know, um, more faster, better, more. It's like,
Well,
and
so I think this might get at what you're pointing to is that my New Year's resolution, not this year but the past year, was to become more efficient, but
mhm,
not for efficiency's sake. It was for the goal of being able to say yes more often,
mhm,
right? So, it's putting it in the proper place, I guess.
mhm.
I want to be faster. I want to be, plus I want to be more productive. And it doesn't, my productivity, I think maybe has a different definition. It's more so that I'm using my time wisely, because the thing that I'm doing doesn't necessarily, although I do suffer or struggle against the sin of striving for perfection, right? And not letting things just kind of land where they land.
Yeah,
Um, it's kind of a source of some of my frustrations.
yeah.
Uh,
It's like a matter of how much and what do you put in the category of sloth? It's like, I don't know, like, sometimes, people I know will say, I really feel bad today. I feel like I didn't do anything with my life or I didn't do anything today. It's like, man, I would love to There are days
I love it too, but then I always feel guilty about it,
see, I
right?
don't.
Especially as I get older. Like, you know, remembering the Sabbath and keeping it holy was never wasn't it didn't used to be a sin that I had a problem with,
Yeah.
right? Because I love to just veg out and learn. That's how I came across you guys
Mhm.
here in the corner was you guys were talking about stuff that I think about, right? And I'm learning from everybody's different
Yeah.
perspectives on it. And so, yeah, I'm but see, even in that leisurely activity, I'm doing it for the love of learning and for the love of bettering myself. But a lot of times, if especially if I would spend, like, say, 2 days, if I had 2 days off and I didn't do anything for my family or getting chores done or whatever,
Mhm.
I usually feel pretty bad about it.
Yeah. And like the music thing, back when I was like trying to pursue more of a professional music career, and I did not do it earnestly. So like I didn't spend a lot of time practicing or whatever. I did some, but bare minimum. I'm a bare minimum. Sign me up for the bare minimum. And but even then, like it would pollute my experience with music in general because I couldn't like then I would just start every piece of music that I would listen to, even music that I loved at one point as a youngster, I would be critical of, and I would have like critiques about why do they do it like this? I wouldn't have done it that way. I would do it like this rather than just enjoying what it is that they've done. And so it became like this it kind of poisoned the well. And
Mm,
and so then I had to what one of the best gifts was where I burned that out entirely. And then when my life was burnt down, um, my sister-in-law was like, here's some watercolors and some blank canvas paper. I'm like, well, what do I want to do with that? She's like, I don't know. You're on house arrest. Maybe you have time. And so I approached painting in a mockery, from a position of making fun of painters. And in doing that, I didn't take it seriously. And what I had found was that I really loved to paint.
nice.
And so then I was able to take that kind of mode of not approach things with mockery, but like it revealed to me that if I approach something with a kind of more of a childlike approach where it's like pretending to be a painter or pretending to be a writer or pretending to do something, I can actually pour my heart into it rather um, than my mind, and then I can actually have a relationship with whatever it is that I'm creating. And it made it more, I think, sincere and genuine and enjoyable. And rather than trying to, squeeze the milk out of the nut, rather than trying to make almond milk. I mean, it's like,
So let me ask you this, like, because that's super interesting, because I have a similar thing, but do you think that's where God is?
yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah. I think the where I can find myself turning away from God, and usually it's never a conscious turning away. It's always like a distracted turning away, in
Hmm.
a pursuit of trying to do something good. Like that to me is the eating the apple. It's if you do
Yeah.
this, you'll get closer to the answer, and like that's a lie because I don't know, some of these things don't have an answer, you know. And then I become really cynical about everybody else's approach, you know.
Well, they're on different stages of it. So gardening for me throughout the years has been that kind of a similar story for me, where I feel like I'm the closest with God when I'm out in the garden. I'm not making the decisions.
Yeah.
You know, I'm praying about it. I'm asking him where he wants. I'm in it, understanding. So it is a blank canvas. Like my yard before the garden is kind of like a blank canvas, but I'm letting the spirit lead me, kind of deciding what plants, even changing some of the hardscapes and moving things around. And I'm kind of in this kind of back and forth of kind of letting him work through me, with the understanding that my property isn't my property. This is a little chunk of the earth that he's given me stewardship over, but ultimately it's his. And so I kind of feel that kind of translates nicely with what you're saying about just kind of letting the thing happen. And in that, I find this gentle sweetness that is very similar to what you're saying about
Yeah.
not trying to squeeze every last drop of milk out of the nut, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting because like even like the gentle sweetness is in like well, you know what it's like when you're having an interaction with your kids and they're, well, at least when they're really young. I don't know how, because I only have
Yeah,
one child,
mine's older. Yeah, mine's older. He's
but like
20.
you could still probably find a way of doing this, but like the gentle sweetness where, Carolyn doesn't have a lot of words, but we communicate with each other, and there's like a real subtle communication, and it's sweet and it's connected and it's not 100% clear. It's not, and then we can go and just kind of muddle that up by trying to, demand that she knows all the right words and the way of, and that as part of growing. I understand that, but like where she's at, it's like it's fun to watch her become a person, or become more of the person that I think she already is.
So what,
And
she's about 2?
no, she's not even one. She'll be one this in February.
Dude, it gets so much better, dude. So
Yeah.
much better.
And
I it's
she's
one of my great
astonishing.
joys is being a father. Yeah.
Oh man, it's outstanding. There's nothing like it. And so she's walking now, and she's she has a few words, but then there's other words that she has that she hasn't yet spoken, and you can see her like mouthing the word, or the things that she finds hilarious. Because there's like this book that she has that it's called Red or Green Hat, Blue Hat, or something. Blue Hat, Green Hat. And I'm reading the book, and she didn't really care about it before until like a couple days ago. And I'm reading the book to her, and the book it has images of these characters wearing these different garments. So the book is like this: blue hat, green hat, yellow hat, oops. And then there's like the oops character is like wearing the hat on his feet. And then the next scene is green shirt, blue shirt, orange shirt, oops. And then, but she'll start cracking up every time he gets the oops. And I'm thinking, how the hell did this writer know that this was going to be that hilarious to a kid?
Ah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't, or she. Maybe he or
Yeah.
she didn't, right? Maybe she intended it to be an educational, which it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I can just imagine the out loud laugh,
Yeah.
like uncontrollable laugh that she's doing.
Yeah. She's like, why would, and I don't know if it's the sound of the word oops that makes her laugh, because I don't know if she's really like comprehending the story and the images exactly. But I also don't really know, because like there's this other book that we read to her called Llama Llama Red Pajama, and that story is full of drama, and she is visibly moved by that story every time. I've read that for like since she's been like 7 months old.
Wow.
Yeah, so that story is that particular book was like it offered an interesting insight into like humanity in general, how much drama is in a story that, and it's not only in the story, but it's in the person, because she recognized the drama right away. And
Yeah.
and it was not only the story and how, I mean, I'm like something, well, can't you really comprehend? But every time we get into the drama aspect of the story, is it the way our voice sounds, or is it that she understands some of the words plus the images? Like,
Probably all of it.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
and then once the drama hits, she's like, it starts like as it goes through this kind of arc, and then it hits, and then it kind of drops down into more of like a. And she's like, no, let's go back. I want to go back to the dramatic parts of the story.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Wow.
So
Oh, is she going to be a thrill seeker? Because one of
yes,
the cool things that I've noticed now, being a parent of an older, of, I mean, he's a young man now, right?
yeah,
And one of the things I've said a few times is like, it makes so much sense what kind of man I'm seeing my son turn into, that I should have been able to see it way back when,
yeah.
right? But you just couldn't.
Mhm.
It's that idea that, hindsight's 2020, but I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Well, part of
Like,
me hopes, like, I hope that she is a thrill seeker, and part of me is terrified of that because you know,
because you
um,
immediately imagine both possibilities of that
right,
thing, right?
yeah,
And that's, I think that's something we've touched on a little bit, and now I've been out of it for about a week or so, but it's one of the things we were touching on maybe a month ago or so, is the way Christ came into the world, and he made possible this great good. But in doing that and entering the world and making this thing possible, you also make the other thing possible.
yeah,
The bad thing. Name your scandal from the Catholic
yeah,
Church, name your crusade. All that stuff becomes possible because he also made
right,
possible our redemption, right? And that's
yeah.
beautiful. Yeah, and that, listen, that fear doesn't ever go away, right? That fear
No,
of,
I can't
and I
imagine it
think
would.
about our Father in heaven also seeing that in us, you know, and that's how I've attempted to model being a father,
Yeah,
is how he does for me. But yeah, wow.
you can only get like a fraction of a glimpse of kind of
Mm-hmm.
what he might see, right? And like, even if you meditated on that for the rest of your life, I don't think you can actually get even anywhere close to a full glimpse. You can only get a fraction of the glimpse, and
Yeah.
because and it's and then because you start to imagine the potential bads or the problem of evil, and that can just break the frame, and you're like, Jesus, like, why did some of the things you just hear about that have happened in the world, you think, how did people do that to each other? And then like it just makes and then it makes trying to have like uh trying to put on the eyes of God for a moment.
It's shattering.
It's
It's absolutely
incomprehensible.
shattering.
Yeah,
Yeah, like when I think about the sorrow he must go through for us
my
on a
goodness.
daily basis, watching us beat our heads
Yeah,
willingly against the same damn brick walls.
right.
Like the tears that must come from his face,
Yeah,
knowing that
all
we,
while rejecting those tears.
oh,
Like
say more. I'm not
because I
following
think like
totally.
because having the sorrow and the tears is from a particular kind of perspective, and that perspective doesn't include omnipotence. Like
Okay.
it doesn't include the understanding of the infinite. So I think, yes, God will have the joy and the tears, but then there's another thing that he has that we don't understand, which is potentially something like unconditional, whatever that is. And it's like the wisdom of God is in the story of Job. It's like, well, you weren't there when I created the heavens and the earth. It's like, yeah, I don't understand how it's possible that the most atrocious things that could possibly happen are allowed to be made happen in a universe that's this beautiful, and yet they can still happen. And so, yes, he has the tears of sorrow and the tears of joy, and then the stoicness of a rock as well, all combined in one, and we can't even begin to understand that. And and so, yeah,
I've never had that train of thought to even think about that.
I mean, it's like that story. There's that story of I have to go really soon, but
No.
that. Oh, are you there? Okay, you remember that story? There's like that story of the aliens that come.
Oh, did it kick me out?
Hello? Oh, you're here.
Hello.
Hello? Hi. You there? Hello? You're here. Okay.
No, I can't hear you. I'm gonna leave and come back.
Hmm. No.
Sorry, my
No
alarm for punching in for work came on and it kicked me out.
All right, so I'll finish this thought and then I have to go. But
Okay.
there's that story of the aliens that come, and it was made into a movie. I think it was from a short story originally, but in that movie they have these aliens are trying to teach people how to speak their language, and the main character, the linguist, she keeps having this image of having a child, and the child is going to get sick, and the child is going to die. And so, but she hasn't had the child yet. She's pregnant, but she keeps having this image that this is going to happen, right?
Okay.
That her child is going to be born. Her child is going to become ill as a young child. She'll have some years with the child, and the child will become ill, and the child will die, leaving her with a broken heart.
Okay.
And yet she still will go through with it, right? She will still have the child. She will still have, knowing damn well that the child will end. And until you have a child,
yeah,
you can't understand this. Because like I've had moments where I've grieved the loss of my daughter. I've mourned the loss of my daughter, and hopefully she will not die until like I'm long gone. And even then, knowing that someday this beautiful creature will perish is heartbreaking. And like you have to, I think I had to go through that kind of a realization that, she's going to live, and yet in order for her to live, it must mean that she must pass at some point. And that's just heartbreaking to think about. And so that's the kind of, and like you can't imagine that like a billion times, a trillion times over
for every man and woman and child that's ever lived on the face of the earth.
Yeah, and you can't understand why. Maybe God himself doesn't know why. I don't know. Maybe why is the wrong.
No, I think he has to.
Well, maybe the why is because the why is something inside of this story of like, what that woman is pregnant in the story, and yet she knows she's going to have a child for like 10 years. The child's going to get leukemia and die a painful death, and yet she will still give birth to the child. Why? Because there's a love there that you can't know, but you desire and long to know. So I have to go.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for talking with me.
Yeah, Chad. No, I'm glad I was able to be here. Thanks.
All right. Have a good
Later.
one. Bye.